What's up, guys? It's me, the AL Lee Double X Prince, and I'm here to give you some news on Star Wars. Yes, we lost the original director to Episode 9, and it's just been kind of a weird conversation we've been having. So, hold on, let me get the guy's name because I didn't pay attention. All I know is that he directed Jurassic World, and I personally thought Jurassic World was okay. It wasn't amazing, but it could have been so much better. But Colin Trevorrow, he had potential of making a pretty decent finale to Star Wars Episode 9. I actually never doubted the guy. I think he could have given us a pretty nice conclusion to the franchise. But now that he's fired because of some backstage situations, honestly, this is the biggest problem with movies these days. We can't get a good movie if you can't trust your directors, you fucking producers. On one hand, I understand that they don't want to completely fuck up Star Wars or fuck up their franchise, but at the same time, it's like you hired these guys for a reason, so just trust these guys into giving you guys a huge movie. Now, I don't know how much Colin Trevorrow had control over Jurassic World, but I personally wasn't that high on the movie. I thought it was a good movie. I didn't think it was the worst or the best or any of that, but I'm just saying he could have done better, definitely. But, I set up a list of 15 directors I would like to see be replaced for Colin for Star Wars Episode 9. So yeah, I'll just talk about that right now. Coming in at number 15. Yes, I have 15 directors, and I decided to put Denis Villeneuve at number 15. A lot of you guys would expect me to put this guy a lot higher than usually. Because I didn't, you guys might be upset. It's just that Star Wars is fun and all, and I love Denis Villeneuve. He gave us Arrival, and Insidious, I forgot, Sicario. He's bringing Blade Runner later down the year. It's coming up soon, so I definitely have a lot of trust in this guy to give us a pretty good Star Wars movie. Maybe a spin-off. I don't know about the finale of Episode 9 because you still want that fun and excitement for Star Wars. And I just realized I'm wearing a Star Wars t-shirt. Denis Villeneuve could be a pretty decent choice. He's pretty good with technology and everything. And I'm pretty sure you don't want to fuck with this guy. Number 14, this is a very, very controversial, not controversial, but like a really different choice than what anybody else would say. 14, I have Dave Filoni. For those of you guys who do not know who that guy is, he's done Star Wars Rebels and Star Wars The Clone Wars series. So he's more of an animated guy, but this guy knows his story. He knows his shit when it comes to Star Wars. He's basically trained by George Lucas to know everything about the Star Wars franchise. So this is definitely a guy that I would definitely trust with a franchise like this. So I really recommend Dave Filoni for this role. I don't know how he could work with go from animation to real life, but it could be a pretty decent. He could do a pretty solid job. I don't know how well he'll do, but it will be pretty interesting to see what he does. Number 13, I have F. Gary Gray. This guy was originally going to direct Captain America the Winter Soldier, but because of directing Straight Outta Compton, he basically didn't get a chance to do it. The only problem with this guy would be that you won't... when you guys give him a franchise, he'll do it the way you will have to. He won't go that extra route of being creative. Not saying that he's not creative. He's done a well job with The Fate of the Furious, Straight Outta Compton, and Friday, but he basically just focuses on the script. He doesn't really focus on, what if I add this to the list? And I don't know. He could do something with that. I don't know how he could work outer space, but he could definitely give us a pretty good story, and it could actually spice things up for like a franchise, and he gets a chance to direct a Star Wars movie. Number 12, J.J. Abrams. I know a lot of you guys are thinking, no, no. I mean, shoot, Force Awakens was a rehash of A New Hope. I'm sorry, but when was that ever an issue? Yes, J.J. Abrams did kind of screw up Star Trek Into Darkness, but I mean, that's whatever. I personally think that if you give this guy a chance to finally end the series, the thing that he started, the new trilogy, maybe this could be a way of turning things around for J.J. Abrams. It could be a definitely good turn for him. So I don't know if he's working on stuff, but actually, the more I think about it, I should have put him a little bit higher. But yeah, this is definitely a guy you want to trust with your franchises. Another guy that you should definitely trust with your franchise, coming in at number 11, I have Ryan Coogler. Now, you guys are probably wondering, who the hell is that? He gave us the movies such as Fruitvale Station, Creed, and the upcoming Black Panther movie, which looks incredible. In 2013, Fruitvale Station was my movie of the year. 2015, Creed was my movie of the year. So definitely this guy knows how to direct stuff well, and he's one of the better younger talents we got. And it's crazy because he's only done 2 movies that have been some of my favorite movies in the last decade. This guy is amazing, and I'm excited to see what he does in Black Panther. Granted, I'm pretty sure he would want Michael B. Jordan to be somewhere a part of Star Wars Episode 9 because these guys always work together, so that could be maybe a little issue. But trust me, if you guys give this guy a chance, he will do good for you guys, and I'm actually curious to see what he could do in outer space. Plus, he knows how to give it fun. He actually makes you tear up. He definitely, I mean, with Episode 9, this is going to be the finale. He'll definitely need you guys to tear up. So Ryan Coogler is a guy definitely you want to look out for, especially if you want to direct Episode 9. Number 10, this is a really risky choice, but Tim Miller. Now, this guy doesn't like to work with people giving him shit. Like, obviously, that's why he quit Deadpool 2, but he did a fantastic job in Deadpool, and he knows how to do low-budget movies. So, this time, if you give him more chances, maybe he'll do a lot more. Maybe it's a bad idea, but, I mean, you could take risks with people. Maybe this is just me fanboying over Deadpool, but I'm actually curious to see what would happen if Tim Miller ever directed Star Wars, let alone the finale of Episode 9. So I'm curious to see what he would have taken this. Number 9, Brad Bird. Yes. Now, Brad Bird is mainly known for animation like Ratatouille, The Incredibles, and The Iron Giant. I like Tomorrowland more than anybody in the world, probably, because everybody thought that movie was horrible. I thought it was a really good, interesting movie. The finale was but I could definitely trust this guy. He could definitely elevate a franchise and take it to new levels. I mean, shoot, he gave us Mission Impossible 4, easily the best movie of that franchise. So yeah, him doing the finale, and he's very, very good with Disney. I mean, he definitely gets along with Disney. He's already done with the Incredibles and The Incredibles 2 now. I think the only issue with this guy would be that he does tend to work his ass off to, make a really good movie. I mean, if you think about it, his movies take years to make. Tomorrowland and Mission Impossible, those movies were like way too separate apart. I mean, it was weird. It was like, this was Mission Impossible 2011, 2015 was Tomorrowland, so like 4 years. So that's maybe the only issue I would have with him directing, because it might take too long, and Star Wars wants to be like this super fast. So I mean, you could always give it a try. And it looks like I'm downing everybody every time, so I'm just giving you the pros and the cons of every director if they directed. But number 8 for me, Steven Spielberg. Let's just get the negatives out of the way for Steven Spielberg and the pros of Steven Spielberg. So, cons would be that he is lacking on CGI. He is not the best at that anymore. He might not be in good terms with the BFG directors, and he's currently working on Indiana Jones 5. So that might be the only issues. But aside from that, this guy deserves to direct Star Wars. He worked with George Lucas. He was originally going to direct Return of the Jedi. Can you imagine how much better Return of the Jedi could have been if Spielberg was the director? So, yeah, I mean, Spielberg is a guy that we've always been dying to see direct the Star Wars film. So, at least give the guy a shot. I mean, if this is in fact the end of Star Wars as far as the episodes go, let him have it. Let him finish the franchise. Let him see the good of what George Lucas could have done, and all the stuff that we want to see. So Steven Spielberg all the way. I mean, come on, just give the guy a shot. Coming in at number 7, James Gunn. I'm pretty sure everybody would disagree. Not putting this guy on the list. I mean, James Gunn, Guardians of the Galaxy. Do I have to say more? I mean, the only issue with him is that he's working on Guardians 3, so that might be a big issue. But aside from that, I mean, I trust this guy with all my heart. I'm curious to see what he does in Guardians 3, and I'm definitely excited because he took a franchise that no one's heard of and made it the biggest thing ever. Plus, he is an amazing writer. This guy could write something and be creative. So, honestly, Disney trusts this guy, and we trust this guy to give us a phenomenal Star Wars movie. Coming in at number 6, Taika Waititi. Yes, no one's talking about Taika Waititi. He definitely brings the fun in a lot of movies. He's more like underrated in my personal opinion. He's not gonna be underrated once he hits Thor Ragnarok. But let me just pull off some of the movies that he's done just to give you guys a hint of how to trust this guy when it comes to fun in his movies. Let me just pull off his list. He did a very underrated movie last year called The Hunt for the Wilder People. He did What We Do in the Shadow, which is a very underrated movie. Boy. Yeah, he's definitely done underrated movies, but once you give him Episode 9, I'm guarantee you that this guy could be maybe what M. Night Shyamalan wished he could be today. Because M. Night Shyamalan, he has been destroyed, but basically Taika Waititi could be what M. Night Shyamalan was going to be. Not necessarily the next Spielberg, which we all assume Shyamalan would be, but I mean, I'm just saying, Taika Waititi in a Star Wars movie? Hell yeah, I'm down to see the fun and excitement he does. He's already proven that he can excite us with Thor Ragnarok trailer, so that's one. But coming into the top 5, this one is risky because I don't know how close she is with DC Comics, but number 5 is Patty Jenkins. Yes, the director of Wonder Woman and Monster. Patty Jenkins, I mean, definitely we need some girl power in there. And this is the only female I could think of. I was going to put Catherine Bigelow, but she hasn't done a really fun movie. She's done serious movies, but she hasn't done fun movies since Point Break. But anyways, Patty Jenkins is possibly, I mean, she needs a lot of movies in her resume, but I could definitely trust this woman. She's got it. She's got it all. And plus, as far as the story goes, this is kind of Rey's story. So why don't we have, since Rey is a female, let's have, the whole girl power situation just pull up when you have Star Wars Episode 9. How incredible could that have been? So yes, I'm definitely up for a Patty Jenkins Star Wars finale. I mean, I think she's working on Wonder Woman 2, and I don't know how close she would be with DC Comics, so there's that. Number 4, I got Rian Johnson. Yes, he's originally going to direct Episode 8 coming on this December. So, I mean, he wrote Episode 9 already, so why don't you just give him Episode 9? I know he might be busy with some other stuff, but I'm pretty sure he'll be like, no, Star Wars is in some deep shit. Let's help him out. Let's get him all together. So, I'm excited to see if Rian Johnson do it. Plus, I'm already impressed with this guy. He did the last few episodes of Breaking Bad and Looper, a very underrated 2012 film. So 2 thumbs up for me when it comes to Rian Johnson. And I'm excited to see what he does in Episode 8. But what if he finishes up Episode 9? I'm just saying. Number 3, Jon Favreau. This is everybody's favorite. A lot of people put this guy at number 1. 2 guys, well, you'll see what I mean. 2 other directors would work better, but Jon Favreau is definitely a guy who Disney trusts. I mean, he's doing The Lion King and The Jungle Book, 2 movies where the CGI looked incredible. It looked real as shit. Also, he started the MCU. I'm pretty sure he wanted to end the MCU, but because of Iron Man 2 shenanigans, I know the biggest issue was it that he only had 2 years to direct, not 3. So honestly, if you guys get Jon Favreau, give him the contract right now and just let him go at it. Let him finish the franchise. I'm guaranteeing you, this guy can bring fun, excitement, joy, sadness. He can bring all the emotions that you want out of any movie. I mean, he did it with Iron Man. He did it with Chef, Elf. So Jon Favreau, huge thumbs up for me if you guys bring this guy. Number 2 is this is a fanboy in me, but Matthew Vaughn. Now, if you guys don't know who this guy is, he's given us Kingsman recently. Kingsman: The Golden Circle. I'm excited for. Kingsman: The Secret Service is great. He was originally gonna do The Force Awakens, but because of his violence, I guess that's why they didn't want anything. But when it's the finale of a franchise, I think you want that extra violence to the mix. I mean, think about it. Matthew Vaughn brought in violence, and not just saying that this guy could do rated R movies. He's done a PG movie before. Not Stardust. I mean, he did do Stardust, but I don't know. I personally didn't like that movie that much. What's it? X-Men First Class. Shit. Yeah. So Matthew Vaughn is definitely a good pick. I'm excited to see what would happen if Matthew Vaughn directed the finale. I mean, in episode 9, I'm guaranteeing you that everything's gonna go to blows. Everybody's gonna have a war going on. So why not have Matthew Vaughn direct that war? Can you imagine how incredibly good that could have been? But number 1 for me is kind of cheating because it's 2 guys. And if you guys can't tell by the hat, you guys don't know who it is. It's the Russo Brothers. I think the Russo Brothers could definitely go out of their way. I mean, they've proven themselves by giving us The Winter Soldier and Captain America: Civil War, 2 of which are the greatest movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, and the good thing about these guys is that they're brothers and they could tell each other what works and what doesn't work. So that's what gives them a huge momentum going on. Because I mean, if you give him the last movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that would be incredible. They definitely know how to end the franchise. I mean, they're gonna end Phase 3 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They technically ended the Captain America's franchise series. So yes, just give them all out. I mean, the Russo brothers are definitely talented as hell. So yeah, definitely up for the Russos to do it. The Russo brothers. So yeah, those are 15 directors. And I want to end this with just a quick thing. I don't hate Colin Trevorrow or whatever his name. Yeah, Colin Trevorrow. But I could tell that he got fired because he wasn't going along with the directors. But I mean, now this is his chance to kind of do his own thing, kind of work on other movies and stuff. So yeah, as far as this goes, I think this is a way for directors to realize what is going to be good for them. It's going to get to the point that directors are going to start going more after the indie scene, like doing their own things. Look at Edgar Wright. He did Baby Driver, and that's become one of the highest grossing movies this summer. Granted, not top 10. It almost made it to the top 10, but another movie came out that beat it. But I'm saying, if you get, I think Edgar Wright definitely is the reason for this. The whole, I'm done listening to other studios. I want to do my own thing. So, just trust the directors. You hire them for a reason. Don't just throw them off just because they are them. Just let them be. This is their dream. Their dream is to direct movies. So don't screw it up for them. Just give them a shot and guarantee you they will go the distance. They will be creative. They know what the fans want. So just give them a shot. Obviously, you have to agree to disagree to certain things, but not to the point where it becomes chaos and no one likes each other. I mean, I know Josh Whedon is currently having shit with with Disney. Edgar Wright, I don't think he hates the MCU that much. He just doesn't. No, not there. Who? Yeah, Edgar Wright. I don't think he hates the MCU that much, but he definitely realized that I want to do stuff on my own. Like, this is not working out. If I can't do what I want to do, so just let him go at it. I mean, so yeah, directors, just listen and just do what you guys can. I mean, producers definitely. So, anyways, that'll be it. Those are my 15 directors I want to see direct at Star Wars Episode 9. Anyways, it's me, the AOLE Double X Prince. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And until then, I'm out. Peace.